What's going on, guys? Girls, Rob here, and I am pouring myself a Coke. Drinking a Coke tonight. Just finished eating, and if you know me well enough, all right. Number one, I eat pizza. Every pizza place around, or most places around, are closed. So you know me well enough to know frozen pizza, sitting at home eating it. What's my style? If you know me already. DiGiorno can go out the Doro, okay, because that's not my pizza. DiGiorno is not it. Um, I don't want a Walmart brand pizza. No, that's not me. That's not me at all. Wild Mike's Pizza. That's it. If there's going to be a frozen pizza that I want to eat, that's going to be it. I got the box right here somewhere. I may have thrown it out already, but I made two meals out of it, and it's still some pizza left. Best pizza around. So, yeah. If you've never tried it, give it a shot. Wild Mike's. If you've got your ears on out there too, this channel could always use another sponsor. And Wild Mike's, nothing but good things to say about it. My YouTube community gets in touch with me all the time. I've always got people getting back in touch with me saying, Rob, I tried Wild Mike's tonight. Rob, I tried Wild Mike's tonight. If you tried it, you know they like it. Okay. They may not love it much as I do, but they like it. Okay. And I've never had somebody come back to me and say, hey, man, it's just not for me. Now, some of my family don't like that. That little bit of sauce kick. It just kind of right in the gut. That's what I like. Okay, that's what I like about it. It grips a hold to your, I don't know, your gizzard or whatever. It's like and that's what I like about it. Sean, maybe Sean's never tried it. You ever tried it, Sean? Wild Mike's. Sean's got food lines everywhere in the country. I mean, all around his area. He could all easily try one, but I bet he hasn't tried it yet. Ken Castro got in touch with me. He's one of my buddies here on YouTube. Thumbs up with it. Let's see. Oh man, Sean's got to try it. Sean's got to try it. I had it for dinner. It's not this DiGiorno, okay? It's not that rising crust stuff. I don't want that rising crust stuff. All right? If I want to eat bread, I'll go in here and I'll go get a loaf of bread. I don't want that. I want that kind that the very outside of the crust, all the way around the edge, pops up there, turns brown, crunch. Rest of the pizza, doesn't have to be as thick. Plenty of good sauce. Like I say, the sauce, it's got that Italia to it. Hits right there. It's I don't know what you call it. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but it's right there. It's not the goozle pipe, but it's right down here in your stomach. It just kind of just gets a hold to it. And it's like, yeah, you're gonna like it. And that's the first time I ever tried it. I was like, oh yeah. It makes you want to grab a basketball and shoot a couple of 3-pointers because it's just, oh yeah, makes you want to get on and ride more and go ride for 30 minutes. That's what it does to you. Grips your gizzard. That's what I was saying. Your gizzard grips it. And it's just takes hold of you. Thursday night, kind of just rolling with the punches. Everybody, everybody knows. Nothing really new going on in the world except all this cluster of stuff going on with the NFL now. Nothing, a lot of different things being told, a lot of people going different places, but we still don't know when anything's going to get played. If you watched me last week, I told you then, NASCAR, you're the dumbest son of a bitches out there. You're the dumbest people out there. Okay. You're used to not having any crowds anyway. Okay? You're used to not having anybody there for the last 5 years. You could have had live sporting events last 2 weekends. Well, last weekend and this one coming up. You know, Daytona got 9 million people this year. Okay, 9 million people watch Daytona. Nobody now. Okay, nobody has anything to watch. Golf, anything. Shoot us a big NASCAR race at 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, where Atlanta, Texas, wherever the hell, it doesn't matter. Okay, you don't have to. 15 minutes beforehand, let us know they're getting ready to throw the green flag. We're ready to watch it. And you idiots, we're not going to have racing this weekend. Why? Like I say, there's nobody coming to your damn races anyway. Nobody's coming to your races anyway. Keep your family at home, safe in their $1 million houses. Bring your teams with you. Bring your race teams. Bring your owner. Have plenty of cameras around the whole track. Have plenty of interviewers around the whole track. Test everybody before they go into the track. We're ready for racing. No, can't do that. Actually makes a little sense. NASCAR, you're gonna be your own worst enemy. WrestleMania, they're saying no fans going to be in now. They're saying even as many as 4 locations. I don't know what they're thinking. Okay, I really don't know what they're thinking. Why have wrestling at the Performance Center in Florida, Performance Center in Ohio? You're going to have it maybe in Stamford, Connecticut, and maybe even somewhere out west. I'm even hearing maybe one of the casinos. They may even open it just for WrestleMania and let them have it there, which makes no sense because there can't be any fans there anyway. Have it all in one spot and have yourself 100 cameras there, 200 cameras. Why spread the wealth? There's no need to worry about it. You're only going to watch it on TV you're only going to watch it pay-per-view on computer, not even TV. TV's not even going to offer it. WWE is going to be their worst enemy before it's over with, okay? All right. I actually watched AEW last night, okay? The first time I watched AEW, okay, I'd heard something about this Dark Order. Never knew what they were about. Couple of 3 guys coming out there, Dark Order. This guy comes out, the guy from WWE. It used to be, I don't even know his name, but I know he used to come with Bray Wyatt and all those guys out there. And he was, one of them wore a mask or whatever. Now he's supposed to be the leader of the Dark Order or whatever. Okay, good enough. At the end, it was like a 3-on-3 match. One of them got hurt, whatever. I don't know exactly what happened. Matt Hardy's up in the rafters. Well done, AEW. I mean, you did a real good job. 7.9 or something like that, 7.9 out of 10. Real well done. Well done. I mean, I actually sat and watched it from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Sat there and watched it a whole hour, and I didn't shy away from it. And I don't watch wrestling. That's the first. I'll watch a little bit of Ring of Honor once in a while. I don't watch any WWE. I don't watch any NXT. None of that. I like NWA Power. I like that. That comes on here on the internet. I like that. But that's William Patrick Corgan or Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins that owns that. They do a good job. So I'll sit there and I'll watch it. But, even Empty Arena, I sat there, watched it last night. It was something new to watch. I watched it. They got an hour of my time. I hope their ratings went up a little bit. Very, 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 very pleased with what I saw there. Baseball, we're still being told right now, April 20th, something like that's the earliest we're going to hear anything from. Me and my wife actually have some tickets to go to a game in May. that may, obviously that could change. We may be ending up getting refunds for that, but we'll see what happens there. Uh, Minor league, everything, hockey, baseball, um, you know, D League basketball, all of that. Obviously that's nothing. None of that's taking place. Um, that the smaller towns in the U.S. are kind of dependent upon that. Some of the hotels and stuff in these little small towns, they're going to get pounded by nothing happening. Gas prices are going down. I mean, gas prices are going down. I got a picture. Do I have a picture? Yeah, I've got a picture. How about this, folks? How about that? How about that? 159.9 today. I found it there. I found it for that price. Okay, 159. Now I had to go back and kind of look. When's the last time we went below $1.60 in this area? 2004. 2004. 16 years ago. The last time we went below a buck, 2001. We were going through all this crisis with 9/11. Gas prices plummet. It was like it was like November, December, somewhere along that, 2001. This area actually went below $1. It went 99 cents, 98 cents a gallon. So that was 2001, 19 years ago. 16 years ago, we went below $1.60. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm fully expecting if this situation stays the way it is for a couple more weeks, we're going to go down. We're going to get down to $1.25, I think, $1.30, something like that. I really think that. Great things about the Dow Jones today. It actually went up. Dow Jones first time it went up in over a week. We needed that. I think people are starting to realize stay home, mow your grass, pitch ball to your kids, stay inside, watch, a movie or sit there and watch Friends. But, a lot of people, especially up in the Midwest, up in the Northeast, not going to have any choices this weekend. It's a big, big damn snowstorm coming up there, starting around Chicago, almost down to as far as St. Louis, and it's just going to go up. It's just heading up that way, and it's going to pound a few states: Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, maybe Jersey may be involved, Rhode Island, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Maine, all through there. You're going to get, you're going to get walloped this weekend. And the main thing is just people be safe. Yeah, Sean says he's probably going to go watch a movie later. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Number one thing is keep enough medications in your house. So if you start getting that sore throat, that itchy throat, an upset stomach, anything, whatever, work on it. Try your home remedies first, but don't let it last you 2 or 3 days. If you have to, go to the house. Go to the doctor, and don't hesitate. Go to the doctor and get looked at. Sean said he pulled his hamstring yesterday working out. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, I've did that before myself. It's been a long, long time since I did it. I was playing baseball myself, probably high school. Probably I was a little bit older than you, maybe not 18, 19, 17 or 18. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Everybody's been talking about the Tom Brady situation, right? How about some of these other quarterbacks we are not talking about? Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers is going to Indianapolis. What kind of impact is he going to make? Okay. Jacksonville's in his division. Tennessee is in his division. Houston's in his division. Okay, and then you've got Indianapolis with Philip Rivers. What do you guys think about that? Do you think Philip Rivers is going to go in there and turn that team around? Jacoby Brissett had a great first 6, 7 games, had a great beginning of the season, then he just flopped. So they're obviously not counting on Brissett. They're saying bye-bye. Or he's going to be a backup for a whole lot cheaper price. But what do you guys think about Philip Rivers? Do you think Philip Rivers can go to Indianapolis and win 12 games? Philip Rivers, who? And you guys know how I feel about it. Okay, you guys know how I feel about what's up, Arnold? Yeah, everything's doing pretty well. How do you guys feel about Philip Rivers? Can he go to Indianapolis and win 12 ball games or 10? Let's say 10 ball games. Can he go 10-6 in Indianapolis this year? Can Philip Rivers do that? You guys tell me. To me, he leaves the ultimate place he could have played, and they didn't want him. They didn't want him anymore. LA Chargers did not want this guy anymore. I've told you all along, I thought he was a scrub. I've said it all along. I think he's a scrub quarterback. Do I think he's a Hall of Famer? Hell no, I don't. No. When you have to go through the archives to find out the biggest win for somebody in their career, not the biggest win in 2019. I'm talking about in your career. We have to kind of scratch our head. Didn't they beat somebody like in the AFC divisionals or something? Come on. You have to think twice to even realize if Philip Rivers has been to the Super Bowl. Think about that. Think about that. Has Philip Rivers ever been to a Super Bowl? When you have to think it that way, and have to, well, did he? Maybe he did. Maybe he did. That kind of thing. You're not a Super Bowl. And I've said before, you don't have to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback to be a Hall of Famer. But damn, when we don't even know who you beat as your biggest win, you're not a Hall of Fame quarterback. You're not a Hall of Fame quarterback. Lamar Jackson right now is better than him. Lamar Jackson's still got a lot of holes in this game. Lamar Jackson's still a kid. Get back to me in 5 years, Sean, and let's see where he's at. But I've said all along, I said even last year, Lamar Jackson had a MVP season. All right? But is he a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? Hell no. No. Can you put Pat? Well, you know what? Pat Mahomes, I still say is overrated even now with the Super Bowl win. Okay? I'm still holding the watch on Pat Mahomes a whole lot like I did Eli Manning. Okay? Mahomes has still got a lot to prove. He's still a kid. Yeah, he's won a Super Bowl. Yeah. Manning did early too. Manning won a Super Bowl really early. And then look what happened with Eli Manning. And people said Eli Manning, look what people said about Eli Manning there. Eli Manning is going to be better than his brother. A lot of people said it and believed it. They believed it. And Eli Manning became a 500 quarterback in his – look, Mahomes has everything going for him right now. He has a great offense, has a great coach. Things can't – all you are is one offensive lineman or a couple of players on your offensive side from being a great quarterback to being an average quarterback. So let's don't put him in the Hall of Fame yet. He's not a Hall of Famer. Okay, Mahomes is not a Hall of Famer yet. He's a Super Bowl winner, but there are Super Bowl. Mark Rippon's not a super. He's a Super Bowl winner. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He's not a Hall of Famer. Come on, there's plenty of them out there. Plenty of them out there. Mahomes has had an MVP season. Yes. But hold the phone for him for a little bit. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't go throwing him in the Hall of Fame yet. Don't go put him in the Hall of Fame. He's still got some work to do. I mean, because hell, look back at his college career. He was not infallible or inflappable there. Timmy Cinnamon Buns, but Mahomes he's made a lot of progress since college. He made a lot of mistakes in college. He was a good quarterback in college. He wasn't a great one. He was not a great quarterback in college. But let's see what happens. Let's see what he does. Let's see how he progresses. Oh, he's on it. He's well on his way to being a Hall of Famer. Hell yeah. But I mean, I hear this garbage. I hear all this garbage all the time. Well, Russell Wilson is a Hall of Famer. Really? Really? Look at some of Russell Wilson's numbers. I mean, yeah, he's a very good quarterback. But, I mean, he's had some big losses in his career. He's lost, I mean, look, he's been to 2 Super Bowls, won one and lost one. And the one he won, it is debatable as to whether he had one of the top 5 defenses of all time. I mean, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. He played okay. He played well. You think so? Maybe so. But and that's what I feel about it. That's how I feel about him. I think he's a very good quarterback. Okay, a very good quarterback. But to put him into Hall of Fame status, no. Sean's not going to like this, but Dak Prescott, what has he ever done? What has he ever done for $30 million? Dak Prescott. He hardly ever beats the Eagles. The Eagles most every time beat him at home or on the road. Dak may be all right, but Dak is an average quarterback. Dak's not a top 10 quarterback in the league. He may make $30 million this year, but he's not that damn great. Okay? He's not that great a quarterback. He's on a team that has a really good running back. He could. But so did people think that Lamar Jackson was. Okay? Think about it. You've got better quarterbacks other places right now. You got Drew Brees. You got Aaron Rodgers. Now, I still say Tom Brady's better. Okay? I still say it. I still say Tom Brady's a better quarterback. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hell, you should be able to beat the Redskins. Redskins have nothing as far as front office. They're in trouble. And there's still some quarterbacks I got the question mark right over top of their head. Like, why aren't you better than you are? Matt Ryan, big question mark right over top of his head. Why aren't you a better quarterback than you are? You're 6'5", you weigh, 210, got a great arm, and you win about whenever. You can go out here and lay an egg against anybody. They are able to do it. Atlanta is one of those teams, just like Detroit. Matt Stafford, big question mark right over top of his head. But you know what? The Saints play really well in the regular season. They always play great in the regular season. They'll put 40 points up every week. Then when it comes to playing one of the tougher defenses, then, Breeze and company have a little bit more problem getting the ball, pitching the ball around a lot because they're so used to throwing the football now. And when you are one-dimensional, and the Saints pretty much throw the ball, 70% of the time. When you are one-dimensional, it's very tough. It's really tough. It really is. Yeah, Matt Ryan, and Matt Stafford both. I have big question marks over top of their head because they should. I can't blame New England at all if they say tomorrow we're going to go get Matt Stafford. I can understand that move. Okay, I can fully understand it. But if they even think, if they even breathe out the word Mitchell Trubisky, I'm going to laugh. That team is the laughing stock. Whoever thinks, even mentions the word Mitchell Trubisky and our team, you're the laughing stock of the league now because people have been looking at the Bears for the last 3 years and saying, ha ha ha, look at that crazy stuff. Because Mitchell Trubisky sucks. He is absolutely the worst quarterback in the NFL. You find one worse, name it. You think Cam's going to the Patriots? I don't think so. I don't think Cam has the right attitude to play for the Patriots. I don't think that'll happen. Not at all. I don't think Jameis Winston's going to the Patriots. I think somebody out there is still maybe a name we even heard yet isn't going to end up going to the Patriots. It could very easily be Matt Stafford. It won't be the kid from the Vikings now. And they could draft a quarterback. Sure, they could. If they do, chances are they're going to move up. I can't see them sitting at 20th and drafting a quarterback, 22nd, whatever. I don't think that happens. Although, Brady went to the 6th round. I just don't think they're going to sit back and think, okay, lightning can strike twice like this. We got to go up and make something happen. I think they like Tua. They like him a lot more than I do. I'm not a Tua fan. Tua was probably the best quarterback of the whole bunch, but 2 injuries within 6 months of each other, the red flag is out. There's no way in the world I would be drafting him. No way. In the 1st round, I would not take him. 2nd round, maybe. Even 25th in the 1st round, I would not take him. I would not take him with my first pick. I just wouldn't do it. Now, yeah, they're the best quarterbacks in the draft. I think so too. I think Joe Burrow is head and shoulders above all of them. Of course, look, you've got the kid from Washington. There's some other quarterbacks out there too. Was it Utah State maybe? But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Tua, though, for me, I am scared. Take him in the first round. Joe Burrow, if I had the first pick, is if I wasn't the Saints, if I weren't Jacob Eason, okay, yeah, and I don't know whether he's kin to Eason that played 25 years ago. He actually Ed Eason played for the New England Patriots too. It could be his dad. I can't think of his name. If you're not the Saints, Green Bay Packers, and a couple other teams, Kansas City Chiefs, probably Baltimore Ravens. Other than that, virtually any team out there is willing to take a chance on a quarterback. They really are. And I guess eventually New Orleans Saints has to find themselves a new quarterback because they're getting older. Tony Eason. I wonder if Jacob's father is Tony. Tony Eason. I'll look it up. Jacob Eason's father. Yeah, Tony Eason is his father. Yeah. Tony was a decent quarterback, and he played for New England. Tony Eason played for New England. He sure did. Yeah. So Tony Eason was not a bad quarterback at all. He wasn't a great NFL quarterback, but he was a darn good, a darn good one coming up. And Jacob may just end up being a little bit better, being he's his son. You still got people to this day saying Archie Manning was the best Manning out there, which is nuts. There's no way in the hell he was. No way in hell. He played on a crappy team, yes, but there's still no way he was the best quarterback. Tony Eason played for the Patriots and the Jets, 60 years old, started in 83, 6'4", 212. Yeah. And there's Jacob right here. How tall is he? Let's see. 6'6", 227. Yeah, Peyton was the best. 6'6", 227. 22 years old. Yeah. And he transferred from University of Georgia. I didn't know that. Went and played at the University of Washington. I did not know that. Jake Fromm, you don't hear anything about him right now. Jake Fromm, he's out in the middle of nowhere. Is Jake Fromm even available in this draft? I guess he is. Jake Fromm. He should, and a lot of people are even saying now the Patriots are going to draft Jake Fromm. I'm just getting this right here. Falls to the low first round. Wouldn't that be something? I actually think Jake Fromm is better than some of the quarterbacks earlier. I would take a chance on Fromm before I would Tua. That's me. Now Fromm may come out, be a bomb, Fromm the bomb, but I would rather have him. I would rather have Jake Fromm. That's me. But what do you guys think? First off, it's looking more and more like Dak Prescott is going to be getting the franchise tag, and he's not going to like that. We'll see what happens, but it looks like franchise tag for Dak, and if he is, he's not going to like it. He's not going to like it at all. He wanted to be a top 3 quarterback paid in the NFL. I just don't think it's going to happen. They'll average him out and put him up there, 30 million, 28 million, whatever. But he's not going to be making mad money like some of these other guys. Which, 28 million is still a ton of money for one season, but we'll see. Sean said no way. Was that about Tua? Oh, yeah. I like Fromm better than Tua. I'm sorry. I seen the kid play. He played in the Southeast Conference. He actually played, and Tua did too, though. That's right. Tua did too, but Tua got hurt. Fromm played in the Southeast Conference right there with him, and he stood toe to toe with most every team he played. Fromm played some tough teams too. You got to remember these quarterbacks in the SEC are playing NFL caliber defenses every week. Florida, Georgia, LSU, Alabama, Auburn, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. They're all Tennessee. They're getting better. Vanderbilt. South Carolina. All those teams are tough teams. And you put the SEC up against any other conference, Big 12, Pac-12, ACC, put them in line. Whether if you want to put LSU as the best team, against whoever's best team. Put Alabama up against the second best team. Put Georgia up against the third best team. Put Auburn against the fourth best team. Put Florida against the fifth. There's not a conference out there that's better than the SEC. There just not isn't. When you look and when you hear, well, Ole Miss finished sixth in the SEC this year. Yeah, but look at the teams ahead of them. They would have beat most any team in all these other conferences. Look at ACC, Clemson, and a bunch of other teams. Big Ten, Ohio State, and Wisconsin, and a bunch of other teams. That's it. Penn State's nothing to write home about. Okay? All you Penn State people out there that like Penn State, they are not Auburn. They're not Alabama. They're not LSU. They're not Georgia. They're not good as any of those teams. They're just not. Those teams in the SEC mean business when they come to town. Oklahoma, you played LSU and you got your socks beat off of you. Find another team in the Big 12. Okay? Find another team in the Big 12. Oklahoma State, Texas. I mean, come on. Colorado. Come on. Utah State. Utah State's in the Pac-12. That's right. No, or one of them. Utah State or Utah rather. But I mean, come on. Nebraska, Iowa State. There's a lot of teams in that Big 12 that you can start at 10. And you start at Texas, okay? If Texas played the SEC, they wouldn't be 500. They wouldn't be 500. Sorry. University of Miami, you play in the ACC. You go to the SEC, you're not going to be 500. Sorry. You're just not. The SEC is built, number one, on offensive line and defensive line being horses. They can run all day, run all night, and run a little longer. And they're strong as an ox. And they're big. And you're not going to run right straight through the middle on any of those teams. And that's about 7 I mentioned. You're just not going to do it. You're just not going to do it. Tennessee's getting better. Stephen A. Smith and I would never get along because, he's still of the thinking that Jameis Winston is better than Tom Brady. Okay? Jameis Winston's never had a game that he could look back on and say, wow, I bet Tom Brady would be happy with this one. If that was the case, why did Tampa Bay sign Tom? Or why are they going to? I'm not sure they've already done it. But you tell me. They looked at Jameis Winston and they looked and pretty quickly said, look, we can stay in the outhouse or we can go to the penthouse or try to. They're not necessarily going to the penthouse with Tom Brady. But why keep the status quo? Why keep your team average if you know your average team? Take a chance. Big ups to Tampa. I said all along, there's 25 teams out there that should have got Brady if they had the chance. I can't think of many that shouldn't have. Okay? The majority of the teams out there should have jumped on Tom Brady and said, look, play for us for 2 years and we'll shake hands and send you on the road. Okay? That's all. He just wants to say as to somebody coming in the door. I think he has a little bit of that now. I think he has a little bit of say as to, yeah, get him and get him and get him. And don't be surprised for a bit if you see Julian Edelman head down south. Don't be surprised a bit. I wouldn't be. He's tight with Tom. Very tight with Tom. And don't be surprised. Brady is going to do everything he can within his power to try to lure people to come, just like no different than LeBron James going to the Lakers. Oh man, I want to go to the Lakers. Yeah, I want to go to the Lakers. I want to go. The same difference. If you're a receiver and you've been playing in, I don't know, wherever, Chicago, Minnesota, wherever, and nobody's ever seen you play, and you're a third tight end, a third wide receiver. If you want to be seen, number one, go to Tampa. Number two, perform. Catch the damn ball if he throws it to you. Because guess what? He doesn't play favorites. If you get open, he'll throw it to you. Tom will throw it to you. He doesn't care if your name is Don, John, Ron, whatever. He could care less. His plaque, in Ohio, in Canton is there. All they got to do is punch up TOMBRADY and they're ready. They're waiting on him. Canton is ready for him. But he can cement it even better by coming out here and just, annihilating the NFC. He's annihilated the AFC for 20 years. A lot of people say, well, he left the AFC because Kansas City's there. You think that all you want to. Number one, I don't think he's ever backed down from anything. Don't forget, you still in the NFC, you got some good teams. You got the Saints, you got the Packers, you got the Eagles, and you got San Francisco, and you got Seattle. You got some good teams out there. And in order for him to move them, all the way through, you got to beat them all. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, you saw Tom Brady play. Yeah. And the thing is, they'll be able to watch him every day on YouTube if they want to. Certainly can. And his some of his lowlights are still highlights for teams. He's had a great career. Great career. Now within Major League Baseball, okay, they're cut 30 games off already. We went from 162 to 132. Okay. Let's say, for instance, and let's just give it a guess. Okay. Then June 1st, they start playing baseball. Okay. Not 1 month late, but 2 months late. And instead of a 162 game schedule, this year they're going to play 105 games. 105 games, guys. You tell me. You see, I think, this is just me now, I think the teams with the awesome offenses, with a lot of good bats, are going to be very, very, very tough to beat. I think a team like Washington with Scherzer, Strasburg, Corbin, yeah, you got all that great pitching, but I think the teams with the good bats, dependable hitters, Houston, Philadelphia. I'm a Phillies fan, but I tell you what, they've got a ton of hitting in on that team. I think that if it goes from 162 to, let's say, 100 or 105 games, cut 60 out of it or something. If one of those teams that can hit, the Angels, look, they got Rendon, they got Trout, Pujols. I mean, they got a ton of power on that team. Teams like that are going to be a lot of trouble. Colorado, look, they got Trevor Story. They've got Arenado. They got Blackman. I'm telling you. Well, don't, and I'm not even going to discount the Dodgers because what's up, Tribe fan? I'm not going to discount the Dodgers because the Dodgers have probably the best team in the National League. They have a great offense and great pitching, both. Colorado has no pitching, but that's what I was just saying, Tribe fan. If we go from 162 games, let's say to 100 games, okay? Let's say they're going to cut 62 games out and start playing June 1st. I think it's a big advantage, huge advantage for the teams that have great offense. Colorado, the Dodgers, the Angels, the Phillies, all those teams that have a lot of good bats on it, I think are going to have that advantage to where for 10 to 20 games until everybody's pitching, especially with the way spring training went, they've pretty much said, they may give them a 7-day outlet or a 7-day hookup to where they can show back up at camp and kind of get things together. But they're not going to have, it doesn't look like they're going to have any more spring training games. When we play, it's going to be a real deal. And I'm telling you, these pitchers that have been throwing and now they've stopped. And they're going to stop for 40, 50 days or just do their workout things. But think about it. Going from 160 and you lose 60 games and go to 100, these teams with the bats, these teams with the real hitters, the Dodgers, the Rockies, the Angels, the Phillies, you see, I really think they're going to have big advantages, huge advantages over teams like in Braves, like in Nats, and also the Astros. Astros have a lot of good bats. I really think so. The longer that they sit, these pitchers, I'm going to tell you right now, some of them are going to get pounded. Now, some of them are going to come out. Don't forget that what's the name for the Astros? Verlander's out 6 weeks. Even right now, he's out for the next 6. He had surgery. So I think there's going to be more. And you see, and look, let's don't forget, Strasburg's had 2 Tommy Johns, not one. He's had 2 Tommy John surgeries. In the first, 6 years he played, they limited his innings. Or 8 years he played, they limit. I'm telling you, you're not doing anything right here in April. Why? You might be working out, whatever. I just think the teams with the big bats are going to be, I think they have an advantage, a distinct advantage for the first 20, 25 games. Now, let me also state this. If you are the Phillies, you better go out there and jump to an 18-7 record, 19-6, first 25 games, because those pitchers will get their stride come July. Hot weather, everything, they'll get their stride. But in the first 25 games, if you can get yourself a 5 or 6 game lead, all bets are off then. Because I'm telling you, these teams nowadays are so equipped. They're so equipped to play in 162 games that they realize generally the first 40 or 50 games in the season is getting your feet wet. This year, the first 40 or 50 games of the season is half of the season. If it goes that way. If they end up starting in June 1st. That's just me talking. You guys may not agree with me, but I think those teams with the heavy hitters, big bats, watch out. Yankees have got some good hitters, but they've got a lot of guys hurt right now. They've got a lot of bats right now out. And if they can get them back, by June 1st, that could make a difference. But, yeah, the Toronto has a ton of heavy hitters. That's a team can win that division. They can win the AL East if it goes from 162 to 100. Just on the sheer fact of the first 30 games, they go out there and kind of lay a couple of body punches and a couple against the chin and put them up against the ropes. And I'm talking about putting the Yankees against the ropes. It can happen. It could happen. And the same thing with the Nats. The Nats do not have the hitters that the Phillies do. They just don't. They have the best. Them and the Braves both have the best pitching in the National League East. But they do not have the hitters that the Phillies have. I mean, the Phillies could have 5 30 home run guys this year, especially if Alec Bohm comes in and plays third base. They've got 5 guys who could hit 30 home runs this year. They really do. And one of them could be the catcher. So, I think that the longer this layoff goes, the more jumbled up you're going to see baseball this year. I really think so. I think that it could really, really cause a big jumbled, and not necessarily a mess, but it could be the teams that probably you wouldn't expect in the playoffs or expect in the National League and American League Championship Series or expect in the World Series to be there. I really think so. I think that short schedule, it makes the teams with the big bats very dangerous. College football, this upcoming season for college football, with no now spring practice, it's really going to show who the best coaches are. It really is. Most college campuses are empty right now. I was down at William and Mary over the weekend, a couple days, Sunday, Monday, and left yesterday. I was there Tuesday as well. And William and Mary's campus is virtually, a ghost town. I think most college campuses and high school campuses are the same way right now. We're going to see in college which coaching staff is really deserving of the pay. I think there's a better chance this year that some teams that aren't normally the best, a Michigan, Florida State, and these are teams that have good talent. Texas A&M, UCLA, USC, even with the troubles they've had and all the crap that they've had and getting really no top 100 recruits. These teams are going to have a little bit of an advantage this year, being that everything is shortened. Everything's clumped up. I think we could see a different national champion this year. Maybe somebody outside the SEC. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Colorado, Nebraska, all these teams always seem 1 or 2 players, maybe 3 players short of being the best. This year, if they've got their stuff together, we'll see what happens. LSU is going to have a new quarterback. Alabama going through a new quarterback regime. A lot of things. Georgia's going through a new quarterback. But the big heavy news is that Jake Fromm from Georgia is being heavily looked at by New England. And they may, with the 22nd, 23rd pick, take Jake Fromm. Jake from State Farm. Jake from State Farm. But personally, I think he's I think he would be a great choice. I would rather have him than Tua. Okay, that's me. You give me Jake Fromm right now or Tua, I will take Jake Fromm. I think he has more of a promising chance in the NFL than Tua does. I think Tua can come up and he can go lights out. No, first off, he's not even going to play his first year. We already know that. Tua is going to sit out a year just because he's hurt. So number one, he can't even put a lot of weight on his right knee to throw the football. So all you can do is go back on old video and look at how Tua threw the football. Okay, the Rams got rid of Todd Gurley. Did they get rid of Gurley? Yeah, I knew they were having problems with. There were troubles. Yeah, McVay and Todd did not get along. They didn't get along. But we don't know how Tua can throw a football now. Okay? Anytime you say surgically repaired, and we're talking about a knee and an ankle both, it could change the way he throws the football just because he can't put the weight on it. There's a lot of things that could change about Tua. Is he athletic? Oh, good Lord, yes. Good Lord, yes. He's the most athletic quarterback out there. But, I just don't think a top 10 pick warrants going to going there. Now, obviously, especially if the Patriots are wanting Jake Fromm that bad, they want to see Tua, Eason, all these kids going in top 20. They want to see that. Now, what happens? What happens if Tua drops? All of a sudden, Eason becomes a top 5 pick. Tua drops. And New England comes down to Tua and Jake Fromm. What do you think, guys? I still think they take Jake Fromm, only due to the fact they're pushing for him so much. And right now, they're going to start visiting with him and stuff within the next week or so. I think Jake Fromm, unless another team takes him, is New England bound. His remote right there. Where do I see Trevor Lawrence going next year? I think Trevor Lawrence is going to go very, very early. Who's going to be the worst team? I mean, it could be the Redskins. Obviously, the Redskins need to trade down this year. The Redskins need to go down, work their way down, get some defensive players, get some defensive talent, and give the kid from Ohio State one more year. Okay? Give Dwayne Haskins another year. He's got to develop. There's no doubt about it. He's got to develop. But Alex Smith says he's going to be the number one quarterback. He's still saying he's coming back and going to be the number one. And look, Alex Smith is just like Tua. They both have bad knees. They're both coming off of, tremendously bad injuries. The only difference is Tua's 22, 23 years old. Alex Smith's 31, 32. Alex Smith is a bigger risk even than Tua, except Tua is a draft pick. That's the problem with Tua. It's not so much in money. You just cannot afford to fail in the NFL on a number one pick. It can set you back 5 years. It can set you back 10 years. That's why I say you cannot afford, if you're in Miami, to hope that Tua is going to be a good quarterback. hoping and wishing, that save those pennies for the whale. I'm sorry, but you just cannot do that. You cannot hope and wish that Tua is going to be a good quarterback or a great quarterback. You just can't do that. And then on top of everything, you got to pay him this year, even if he's sitting the bench holding a clipboard. You got to pay him. And who's to say he's going to get a lot better? Trevor Lawrence is such a big kid, such a fast kid that he may really dazzle people. Okay. He should run through the ACC like nothing next year. They should go 12-0 through the. They should go 12-0 next year in the ACC. No doubt. They're that good. But when it comes to playing some of these other teams, SEC, wherever, Ohio State, we'll see. They're probably the odds-on favorite to win it all. But let's see. Lawrence has a tendency of throwing the ball up sometimes where he shouldn't. But he can outrun anybody's defensive, even their defensive backs. He can outrun it. I would say he's faster than a 4.5. I would say he's probably 4.49. I would say he's fast, man. He's fast. And he's huge. What is he, about 6'8", 6'7"? Weighs about 235 and about probably a 4.5 40. Probably a flat 4.5 40. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's not 6'7". Yeah. May even have it on here. Trevor Lawrence is 40 speed. 4.7. Say he's a 4.7. I thought he was faster than that, even. But I mean, yeah. Travis Etienne's 40. 4.43. Travis Etienne. That's world class. Yeah. Somebody from Alabama has a 4.27 this year. How about that? Combined. 4.27 that's just nuts. But that's crazy stuff for you there. Demetrius Robertson, Georgia, 4.35 40. 4.35. A 10.7 and 100 meters. Not 100 yards, 100 meters, 10.7. That's rocking the world there. Jeff Gladney, cornerback from TCU, a 4.34. 4.34 40. 4.3. He's 6 foot, 183. I'm going in order here. John Burton, wide receiver of Texas, 6'9", 460 or a 10.7, 100. Devin DuVernay, wide receiver of Texas, a 10.27, 100 meters. That's in high school. That is sick. Salvon Ahmed, Washington, a 4.32, a 4.32 40. Boom. Tavian Feaster, a 6.88, 60-meter dash. Troy Pride Jr., Notre Dame, 6'7", 360. Jalen Rieger, TCU, 4.32 40. Javaris Davis, cornerback of Auburn, 4.2440. 4.24. 4.2440. Anthony Schwartz, Alabama. Of Auburn. Anthony Schwartz of Auburn, wide receiver. 100 meters, 10.09. Almost a flat 10 on 100 meter. How about that? World under 18 world record holder, Anthony Schwartz at Auburn. He is going to be, oh my Lord. So this is kids that's in, fastest players in college football coming up in 2019. That's crazy. Jaden Waddle, 40-yard dash. Jalen, I think his name's Jalen Waddle, not Jaden. 4.3740. Jalen Waddle. Yeah. He ran against Henry Ruggs at third, and Jalen Waddle beat him with a 4.25. Yeah. That's crazy. That's nuts. Jalen Waddle is fast, though. He is. I tell you what, Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Judy's the number one pick, too. He is a safe number one draft pick. Jerry Jeudy. He all around great athlete, punt returner. He can be your number one receiver from day one, unless you've got some real good receivers on your team. Jerry Jeudy is going to be – Jerry Jeudy, I think, will be all-pro a few years. And if he stays healthy, I think he could very easily be a Hall of Famer. Jerry Jeudy is really going to be good. I just like the way he runs routes. He catches the ball in the middle of the field on the sideline. He doesn't care. He's going to have to be tough. He's going to have to be tough in the NFL, but he's been tough in the toughest conference there is. He's been tough. I think he'll continue that. I think he's going to be very, very tough, very difficult to beat. As far as to cover man on man, I think he's going to be really tough, and should be real interesting to see who gets Jerry Jeudy. Obviously, he likes it down south. Watch out for the Saints. Watch out for Tampa. Watch out for Atlanta. And all those SEC guys love to play down south anyway. They know the type of grass it is on the field. They're used to it. Miami, Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they just got to hope that Gardner Minshew can be the quarterback they're hoping. Obviously, they getting rid of Nick Foles. They feel pretty good about it. But they only got a fourth-round pick for him because they owe so much money to Foles. They're just unloading money there. That's all they were doing. They weren't worried about a fourth-round draft pick. Trust me. Soon as somebody called them and said, "We want Nick Foles," they put Foles on a plane and said, "Okay, bye. Bye. $88 million guaranteed. We don't have to worry about now." That's all it was, especially with Foles getting hurt game one last year. Crazy stuff. Coronavirus in the NBA, a lot of guys now are starting to get better, starting to feel better. They're closing themselves up in their houses and homes. That's promising. That's very promising. Tom Hanks, his wife, Been out of the hospital now for about, what, 4 days, talking about how well, how well they're doing, how well they're coming along. Durant just found out about his situation. I don't understand, if you're an NBA player, why would you wait? Why would you wait? Even if you're feeling perfect and you've been on airplanes for the last 6 months, why would you wait? Go get checked. Right before the coronavirus came, really, really busted into the United States, I had the flu, and I got checked out, and I was feeling bad, no doubt about it. I was feeling bad, um, and the medication I was given must have worked, because I'm feeling a lot better now. No residual cough, no throat, nothing like that. I'm feeling really well, feeling really good now. I'm hoping everything is okay. But yeah, I've been doing all right myself. Um, but anybody out there, I don't care what your name is, what your financial situation is, if you start feeling with, getting those hock and cough, uh, sore throat, or itchy, scratchy throat, a little bit of a temperature, and you just feel like, okay, I'm starting to get sick, go to the doctor. Don't play Superman, Superwoman. Go to the doctor. Get checked out. Um, it's not a time. It's not a time to play hero. Um, get checked out. It's probably going to take you 4 or 5 days to get better either way. And now everybody's work, school, everything's closed up anyway. Everything's shut down anyway. So now, if you're sick, go get checked. Don't hold off. Don't hold off. Get better. Get better. We need everybody to get better anyway. Help the whole United States. Help the world. Let's try to get back into some form of regularity again. I understand the cases in New York over the weekend doubled. Doubled. Does that not give you the indication, folks, that maybe stay home, eat a pizza, eat a slice of cake, eat a donut, drink a cup of coffee, come online, go to Rob's channel, join his channel, subscribe to his channel, and it just makes all the sense in the world to me. Subscribe to a lot of the great YouTube channels, watch some TV, spend some time outside. I may even try to do some fishing. I may even try to play some golf here soon. Go over towards Sean's house, back over his way, and go over and try to play some golf. Hadn't played in a while. But now's the time to do it. Grab you a little golf ball, get out there and knock your crap out of it a little bit, and you're kind of out in the open. Have your wife drive a golf cart around. I don't have a problem with that at all. And it's fun. I enjoy it. I love to play golf. And and it's addictive. It's very, very addictive too. If you guys have never played golf, go out and play about 3, 6, 9 holes one day. You'll want to go back the very next day and play again if the weather's nice. It's that addictive. But it's really it's a fun thing. And why not play now if the courses are open, guys? If your courses around you are open, if it's a big enough area where you're not having houses all around you, people all around you, perfect time to go play golf. I think it's the wonderful thing to go out right now and do. It's probably better for you than meeting at the local park playing basketball or softball. That's probably not the best thing for you. Golf, 100 yards away from everybody. You got your social distance. You'll be playing on a green. Somebody else will be playing in front of you, 2 minutes ahead of you. Somebody will be playing behind you, 5 minutes behind you, whatever. You should be fine. I'm not going to say you are, but there's no guarantees wherever you go, you're not going, that you're going to be fine. But that gives, to me, that makes the most sense of any game you want to play to go out and do right now is go out and play golf. Or go out in your backyard and shoot basketball or whatever you can do in your yard. Play tennis. Tennis is another one. Kind of to yourself, one side of the court, somebody on the other side. I don't see anything. I think that's very smart to do. But, I think eventually everybody, all of us, are going to get so sick of what's coming on TV. Sports-wise, eventually, something's got to come back. I don't know what it'll be, whether it's bowling. I just don't know. I don't understand why they don't have some type of golf on there. Even, the golf AM tour, the amateur tour. Fine. Show us a bunch of amateurs playing, showing us how we would play. Hit the ball in the water, hit the ball in the trees, hit the ball in the rocks, hit it on the green once in a while. People would watch it. I'm telling you, folks, people would watch any kind of sport that comes on TV now if it's relatively new and they've never seen it before. If you know the result of something, why do you want to watch it? And it shows up in the corner of the 2015 ACC tournament. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to watch that. They really don't. I just feel like somebody out there can get a grip on what the public wants to see and show it. Let's hope. Something out there. There's some sort of sport being played. There's something being out there played. Telecast. Show us. We're thriving for it now, folks. We really are. Yeah. YouTube shows us a lot, but we really are. We're thriving for it. And a lot of people, on my YouTube channel says people not really wanting to watch sports right now. But BS. I know better than that. You may not. The person that says it may not want to see it. But there are a lot of people right now that they hear that a baseball game from Peoria is coming up. The Peoria Pirates against the Lynchburg Hillcats. And they're coming on TV Saturday at 1, let's say. And we're going to be on FS1. Trust me, FS1 is going to have a lot of viewership. That's, and I don't understand why it couldn't be something on there. Amateur golf, regular tour golf, whatever. Canadian tour, whatever. But I hope somebody steps up and decides, guess what? We're going to have guts enough to at least show something. Test people before the round, test them after the round. Trust me. That money will come back to you in spades if you just go out and just do your thing. People will watch it. People will appreciate it. They really will. My name's Rob. I'm done rambling for the evening. I hope you guys enjoyed my channel. Really not a lot going on right now. I think I'm going to get some Soccer Blast out tomorrow. Going to play some soccer. Maybe I think I may get some European teams out. We may play Premier League teams. Maybe, I don't know, Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, who knows? Everton, Chelsea, Tottenham. We'll see. But we'll pick 2 teams out of hat, Wolverhampton, Brighton and Hove, who knows? We'll see. But we'll take us 2 out of the bucket. And maybe some teams that can score some goals. And we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Play golf. I won't be playing golf tomorrow. No. I like to play golf when my wife can go with me, and that won't happen tomorrow. Could happen Saturday. We'll see. First off, we have to call the course and make sure they're open. So, yeah, I had Wild Mike's Pizza for dinner. Loved it. I got slices left over. I got to cut them up, 3 or 4 extra slices. They're going in the fridge. Can't throw them in the microwave. They make it tough. Talking about the game. Oh yeah. Probably play soccer. Probably play soccer. Wild Mike's. If you're taking it out of the fridge, you got to put it in the oven. You may have to put it in 7 or 8 minutes. You want to get it nice and warm. You don't want any of that cold stuff. Wild Mike's is an awesome pizza. If you guys are representing it, get in touch with my channel. I'm easy to get in contact with, and a lot of folks on my channel supports me in the fact that we love to eat Wild Mike's pizza. It's very good. It has a taste of its own. You can give me 20 pizzas out in front of me. I can tell you which one's Wild Mike's because it's got that taste of its own. It's unique. It's very good. It's got that cut you right and kick you right in the old goozle here. Yeah, it gets right in there. It's really good. So I'm looking forward to eating the leftovers because it's really really good. But it gets that grip in there, and it doesn't let go. It's really good pizza. Got that good sauce, good crust, all around good pizza. So if you haven't tried it, give it a try. You find it at Food Line stores in the Mid-Atlantic area. Wild Mike's, huge ass box, big box. Have 2 or 3 people ready to eat some with you, and you'll get 4 people. You'll get 2 slices each. You can make 8 big slices. It's big pizza. Till I see you again. My name's Rob. Hope you enjoy my channel. We're gonna eventually get through all this garbage that's going on right now. Take it seriously, but let's I know we're all getting tired of it. We're getting sick of it. Just be a little more patient. April will be here soon. Who knows what happens? 1 more week, we'll see if the kids go back to school. And I know they don't want to, but it's a very promising, very, very, very promising if they do go back, that maybe other things start picking back up. Restaurants start reopening, other things start happening, and it's eventually maybe a pick up the economy. And gas prices will go back up too, obviously. But there's worse things than gas prices being, $2. We can deal with that. So, till I see you again, thanks a lot for supporting my channel. Whether you agree or disagree with me, I have no problem with that. Leave comments down below. I will get back to you one and all. School's out 18 to 20 weeks. We'll see. Yeah, some may be, but Virginia not yet. And we'll see what happens. But hey, yeah, agree or disagree with me. That's fine. Just let me know. Agree to disagree. Yeah. Let me know down below how you feel about some of the comments I made. And I'm very, very open to it. And I get back to each and every person that gets in contact with me. Till I'll see you again. My name's Rob. Thanks a lot, and God bless. Have a great, great night, and be safe. And take this coronavirus seriously. It's nothing to play around with. Stay home if you can, and find something. Try not to kill each other online too. And also, if you see another video popping up, join me again. Okay. Have a great one. God bless. Have a good one. Bye bye. She said bye bye.